You know I love coming back to things. If you know me, you know that I love things coming back. Oh, that is just the epitome of idiocy. Oh my days, Battle Cats. End yourself. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, it's Regit, and you join me as I just about, using my ads for cat food, get 1,000 cat food. We're well on our way to 1,500 for a guaranteed roll if and when that comes about. But today we divert from Mola Mola. This has appeared. Clionel Dominant. Now I've got no idea what it is, and I thought it would be more exciting and better to look at what on earth it is within the video. So I will start by wondering to myself what on earth it is. I assume it has something to do with the Clionel Ascendant, which is ironically below it. Right, what is in your informational screen, my fellow? You are a no continue stage. Right, well, thanks for watching. The worst thing as well is that it says 2 total stages, even though the first one sounds terrible enough on its own. Well, you know, I was all for more Mola Mola stages, but perhaps not so much this one. It's already not looking that great, and if it's deadly, I think it would have been better to name itself Old Testament, because the Old Testament was statistically a lot more deadly. But anyway, max number of deployable cats, 5. Oh, joy. Right, so assuming this is going to be another angel level and trying to keep the unit number down, what I've done is put a combo up the top, the old double combo of attack up and defense up. That's punch, punch, punch and sportswoman. Below we have 1 meat shield in the form of Ramen, because Ramen is strong and powerful to some extent, or at least more so in the form of 1 unit than a load of meat shields that we can't put down. Then Cyberpunk, pretty generalist, we like that. Nice long range as well. Meg Aphrodite, decently nice long range. Chaos Moon, hopefully long enough range, not too sure about that. And our Jizo's Mega Castle instead of a more spammy first form Jizo that we can't really use. Now, I'll be able to use both of the pages, but my thinking is that with the amount of units you can put out, having things like Titans is probably going to be more sensible because they have longer recharge times, and that's fine because we can put less stuff out. Fishman might be good for us if it is Clionel and it gets a chance to go within its little range blind spot and do loads of damage. That's the idea anyway. It will doubtless all fall apart, and what's even better is that I can start wasting my leaderships on the level because it's a no continue stage. Let me just tell you here and now, those leaderships are not going towards a no continue stage. I'm fundamentally opposed to the idea of a no continue stage not doing any more than about 5 attempts on it. Right, we're in the clouds, the nice blue, fluffy, white and blue, fluffy clouds. I'm repeating words while I wait. Oh, I shouldn't have been waiting. I should have been dreading. Oh, coming out of the base like some sort of terrible effigy of misery. It's the Clionel once again. Well, guess what? I don't miss you. Tell you what though, Fishman is within the range and doing both a brilliant job of stalling and clearing out those guys. That's allowed me to get a level 4 worker cat, and now my time is near, and so I face the angelic Sleipnir. How am I gonna deal with all of that? Well, I'm thinking maybe Jizo's Mega Castle, try and clear out the Sleipnir, but now that is it. We have these 5 units here, but at least the stuff in front of the Clionel isn't as mortally annoying as it was in No Plan A. Saying that, it's now quite similar to how it was in No Plan A, and might be just as annoying, and we can't really do much about it because of the deploy limit. Upgrade my worker cat, that's about all I can do, and Mega Castle Jizo's already been got to. That's not very fair, but the multi-hit has performed very well for us there. Ultraland the Ultraman's probably going to have no hope in range terms. Oh my giddy aunt, you flippin' plonkhead. Cyberpunk has been killed. Even despite its range, they've moved in and killed it. And they're killing all of that stuff for good measure as well. Waiting for the attack there to put Meg Aphrodite out in the hope that she might be able to get 1 attack in. Will she? Doubtful, seeming how relatively, and actually just flipping generally often, the attack of this scumbag is. I am already in a state of anger, and we've only come back to this creature for a few seconds. Yes, I love coming back to things, and I'm not going to abandon that principle and like of mine just because I don't like the enemy. Doesn't mean I'm enjoying the level, though. Well, there was no point pausing there, because we all know the nature of these stages, and that's just about it, really. Completely completely new idea this time. We might as well, because we can't have any consistency in trying the same layout to try and perfect it. Oh no, that would be a stupid idea. I'm now going to bring the most spammy meat shield you could possibly think of, Manic Mohawk. Reason being that with a combination of trolley bloggers, angelic Sleipnir, and maybe the odd occasional shot from Clionel are going to kill these off really quickly, and that means I can just have a constant stream of them without ruining the deploy limit. I mean, that might not end up being true, but that is what I'm intending to happen. That will allow them to be stalled, and then to help with the trolley bloggers, I'll have my Manic Macho legs here, and I thought, to heck with it. What we're going to do is have the solution to everything, and possibly not this, but there you go, dual islands to try and push through the Gories, the Sleipnir, all of that. Once they're inside the range of the Clionel, there is no more bother. I'm still keeping Jizo's Mega Castle for perhaps if there's an issue of loads of non-Clionel stuff next to my base, but it will get killed off easily, so I'll have to be very careful about when and where, or if even, I put that one out. But this is the plan going forth and into our second of up to 5 tries. New Testament, once again, let's give it a go. I'm going to try and be a little bit more observant and on the ball at the start as well, so I put out a swimmer as soon as I can, and that should hopefully get inside the range for the attack. Yeah, easily so. And I'm just going to upgrade my worker cat whenever I possibly can. Just about good enough timing there. My second fishman almost got killed immediately, but the first one died and the second one got through the attack, although there are too many trolley bloggers now to really manage. So we've managed to get to level 6 worker cat, but I should think the nature of the range of the Manic Macho legs means that it's not going to be able to stick around for long, so it's got a long recharge time as well, so I've just got to hope that when it does appear it proves useful. But that was a lucky knockback, kept it alive for a little bit longer. Not sure how much longer. Yeah, not much longer at all. But now is the moment of truth. Going to try out with my meat shield, see if that process works. Doesn't really look like it is, although that is actually islands filling up my quota, so might be a little bit misrepresentative. But in all, it's not going hugely well. Not nearly as much a solution to everything as I wanted it to be. Second tack, let's save up for Mega Castle Jizo with its multi-hit. Try and clear out some of this stuff and begin the process again, much closer to my base and much closer to the end of this try. That really hasn't worked, unfortunately. I mean, I've enjoyed losing this round more than I expected to, which is something, but there in the background is another Sleipnir and another Gory, so it obviously doesn't let up, not nearly, but we'll just have to see what I can make of that. I'm thinking that it would be silly for me not to try Full Bloom Kenshin, because I mean, it's Springtime Kenshin and it's just perfect in every way. But then again, I think range-wise it's not going to work out very well, but then again, I wouldn't forgive myself if I didn't try it. So we're going to try it, and I've got rid of my one meat shield because I don't think that plan really worked out very well, and put in Acrobat Cats. Not sure this will work either, because it's not as if I can get a huge stack of them, but any kind of knockback I can develop, another reason why we're putting Springtime Kenshin in, is a good thing to be doing. If we can manage the waves that exist through knocking them back, we can just keep doing that forever. Things have started a little bit differently this time, but I'm sure we can rescue it and turn it into something. Is that Springtime Kenshin just ignoring the heck out of Clee1? No, it's not anymore. But it was. And that was very exciting. Tell you what, this is working a lot better than before. People pour scorn on my beautiful Springtime Kenshin, but it did a good job there. I mean, nowhere near a good enough job, but a good start to a job. And the Acrobat Cats are fulfilling their purpose quite well. That Gory is gone. We got a Max Worker Cat. We have a Manic Chimera. We don't have a Manic Chimera within the range, but we did briefly. I'm managing to start sentences, just the battle won't legitimately let me end them. That's one hit that the Chimera got there on the Sleipnir, but clearly not enough. Stuff's on the base, and I think even though we have our Mega Castle Jizo out, that's not going to be enough. The Sleipnir's gone though. Well, that's much better than we had before, but there's a Gory here now, and even if that's not on the base, the Clee1 will be, and that will mark a swift end to us. A little bit better, but nowhere near good enough, and wow, just destruction to add insult to injury. Thank you. Wow! This time I thought it might be sensible to start off the level in the traditional no plan A way, and that is with a Maglev Cat. it being brushed back slightly all the time by trolley bloggers means it's going to be putting out a lot more damage than a maglev traditionally would. And if I time this well with the recharge time there, making sure it doesn't get attacked by the Clionel, oh, that was quite a long range. I nearly got caught out there. We can have two maglevs at the same time, which has, I reckon, helped us somewhat. They died quite easily there, and actually we've only got to level 5 worker cap, but I like to think that that helped. Maybe we actually got a little bit of boss HP down. I wasn't really looking too intently enough, but I brought with me Cat's Gift. Right, that was my way of beating No Plan A originally. I call it my way. I mean, it obviously wasn't my way. I just finally found a way on the internet that worked for me. And it had Cat's Gift in it. So, let's translate that to here and make it work for us. Right? No! Aha! Get McFrozen! Gory, you can do nothing to match our incredible acrobatic power and limit of 5 units, for goodness sake. Let's slow Clee 1 there before it gets any closer to my base. I don't want the end to be here. I fully accept that we'll probably lose this one as well. But if we could just let the battle last a little bit longer while we try and move forward to do at least something, that would be great. And yeah, well, that would. A lovely wave there from Manic Jamira to do some actual damage to the Sleipnir and knock back the Clionel. Clearly not far enough though. Managed to not quite get killed off on the base, but this one definitely will. And then the wave just gets even worse and more ridiculous. As promised, it's 5 attempts. I will use this energy recovery that's offered to me, but not leaderships, because I just don't see the concept of these no continue stages as an alright concept. It's 200 energy at a time, and the slightest mistake you make, that's that 200 energy lost. Leaderships are a great system and don't cease to be a great system. We have to think of things individually here, but no continues is a terrible system in my opinion, and I will not even countenance using the brilliant system to aid this terrible system. Doesn't mean I'm not going to give the level a go, because it's a level that's been created and there's some degree of fun in it as much as we might fail, but the system, I will continue to protest against it. I think it is a bad idea. I just realised there's something I intended to do that I never got round to doing. King Gamerion, I'd worked out, oh yes, it's Angel as well as Black, I'll put it in. And then I forgot to put it in. Maybe if I got rid of Acrobat Cats, as good as they've been for us, and respect the 5 unit limit by putting Dioramas in as well, we could go for some ultimate Uber knockback. And because we've got so many expensive units, I'm going to use a Rich Cat. I hate the fact that I'm actually using it, because it's probably going to end in failure just like all the other ones, but I need to realise that although it's good to be cautious about what you're using, I have loads of these items and I can afford to use one here. Oh, isn't that just wonderful? After such an event like that, I might just try again because it's so near the start. I mean, come on now. No, hang on a minute. Here we go then. Manic Macho legs out. That's Unit 1, Unit 2, and Unit 3. And we'll put a maglev out as Unit 4, and that'll be fine for now. I will keep 1 in contingency. Slow down all of them so we go to Clionel rather than Clionel coming to us. Maglev is dead, so we'll bring out Springtime Kenshin now. And from then on, I think Titans are the order of the day, probably. In between the Titan recharge times, oh right, the recharge times are gone. I've been failing at this for longer than I thought. Oh, whoops, that's Diorama's dead. Well, not as chunky as I thought he would be then. Only Gamerion remains, and remains trying. The Sleipnir is gone, and we got our swimmer in. We're gonna actually get some damage done, ladies and gentlemen. Fantastic news. Unfortunately, all of our Ubers are well off being back and able to be spammed, so my only bet at the moment is Ultraland to clear out this stuff before Clionel kills him. Will that be successful? No, of course it won't. Clionel's on the base now. Our only hope is in knocking it back somehow, but there is a Sleipnir in our way, and we are running out of time to do anything, even running out of units to be able to use. Right, Swimmer, one more go at that. And the Sleipnir is gone, but will we be able to get it in time? We have, by my calculations, one more attack after this one. Going to leave our base very low down, but because of the trolley bloggers and their frustration of us, we are defeated once again. And as I've now wasted one of my precious items, I'm not going to waste any more of my quite important energy. No chance at all. I must say, I'm kind of glad in principle that this has come back. As you know, I love coming back to things. I am glad it's been brought back, but not in this way. Not in a no continue stage. Anyway, if you'd like to advise me on what I've done so terribly wrong and what I could do to improve, or leave it all a mystery, I will either way be giving this another go in another video at another time. Maybe in a week, or maybe on some event schedule that I haven't really looked at. Either way, that'll do it for today, and I shan't waste any more of my time failing on it. But waste of time wise, I hope watching this video has not been one for you. I hope I have entertained you for however many minutes this video has been going on for you. I will bid you goodbye and say I hope you enjoyed.